What is up, y'all? Excuse me. Anyways, what is up, y'all? Man, so sorry to spoil this, but I'm gonna actually put spoiler in the title. This is the Color Purple spoiler, okay? Because I need to vent about this movie. I kept it in, like, it's been 24 hours now, and I kept this in long enough, okay? Because who wrote this? I need to know right now in this exact moment, who wrote this new Color Purple movie? Like, cause I listen here, Alice Walker would be proud of whoever wrote this new script for Color Purple. It is directed by Blitz Bawalu, screenplay by Marcus Gardley. Shout out to Alice Walker, okay? Because she the GOAT for even writing the book. Okay? Shout out to Oprah, Steven Spielberg, Scott Sanders, Quincy Jones, Taraji, Daniel Brooks, Coleman Domingo, Corey Hawkins, Halle Bailey, Sierra, Fantasia, okay? That Fantasia. That Fantasia. Man, shout out to Don Loston, John Pohl, Chris Bowers, Harpo Films, Abbott Entertainment, Quincy Jones Productions, Warner Brothers Pictures, Scott Sanders Productions. If I could name everybody that was in them credits, I would for that movie. Only because, like, you know how when you go watch certain movies that's a remake, you already go with that expectation, like, this is not gonna be better than the first one. Man, why is y'all making a remake? Why y'all gotta touch a classic like this? Boy, listen here. If you ain't planning to go see this movie, if you want to go see this movie, man, go see this movie. It come out Christmas Day. This is an unpaid ad that I'm doing right now, okay? Because when I tell you they did that story justice, like, I didn't even know we were missing all of those details in the first movie. Because me, I'm a person where I watched The Color Purple. Man, I know the lines to the movie. That's how much I watched that movie. So when I was in that theater, I'm like, man, y'all gotta say, y'all, man, I love Harpo, but I'll kill him dead before I let him beat me. Like, that's a affirmation for me. Like, man, like, and now that I say that, I realize the way that was said came from Tyler Perry, and I think that was I want to say Family Reunion, when she slapped that boy on the bus. I want to say that's Family Reunion, the movie though. But man, they did that movie justice. Like, I couldn't have my phone throughout the movie, which actually had me so locked into the movie because it was so good. Like, I had to pee before the movie even started. I held my piss to the end of the movie, bro, because I have not bought a DVD movie in a long time. I won't even get that movie bootleg. I would love to invest in their art, okay? To have that will melt my heart, literally. Because when I tell you, like, that I needed that movie, I truly know that I needed that movie, because before that whole day, I was feeling so uninspired. Like yesterday, all yesterday, the day, because like I didn't watch the movie till the night, but the day itself, like I didn't even want to get out of bed yesterday. Like I wound up not getting out of bed today and just working from my bed. But that's besides the point. Like yesterday, I was so irritated because like I feel like every woman, every girl, every body needs somebody in this world. And it's like this movie showed a level of sisterhood, a level like it showed women in a different perspective than what we were used to. Like the first movie, like the way that they developed the story in this movie, I respect me as a woman and women differently because of what we go through. Like, oh man, because it's like to see it the way that they did it, it's like damn. Because the first movie wasn't it was one of those where it gave Tubi. Like if you were to compare Tubi to Netflix, the original Color Purple movie is Tubi, but the new one is Netflix. More so like Paramount, because Paramount actually is a production company. Netflix is just getting in the things. But man, let me tell you about this movie. I don't even like. My thing is, I ain't even gonna. Even though I'm gonna say this is a spoiler, I'm gonna give it a review because I don't want to spoil the movie. I don't even want to go into details about it until other people get to watch it, because it's like I don't want my perception to push you to look at it or like push it. But this is my review. Like, understand that women, sisterhood is something different. Like I have sisters, I have women that I look at as sisters, girls that I look at as my sisters. Like I have little cousins, little nieces. But the bond between a woman and a woman is unmatched, because like, and it not even on no gay stuff or lesbian stuff, like just in the term of sisterhood. At the end of the day, all we got is each other, and we have to stand up for each other. We have to fight for each other. But if we don't even get that space to know when we are wrong, to know how to grow from stuff, to endure stuff, and be able to communicate that and stand on business when you need to. A lot of times you need that comforting from your sisters to let you know, like, you're not crazy, but baby, get up. Get up, go get something. Like, I kid you not, like, someone sent me a shout out to Cindy, because like I was letting what happened to me yesterday and my thoughts on this movie cloud my judgment for today. And if it was up to me, I would have slept this whole day away. Like I probably would have made this video on Thursday. I would have handled all my responsibilities on Thursday, because Wednesday was just not it for me. Like I couldn't. When I woke up, I'm like, but nah. Like I spoke up and said something, and shout out to Cindy, because she just told me exactly what I needed to help. It's not what I wanted to help, it's what I needed to help in that moment. Because it's like, we as people, we need that. We don't realize how much we need that until it happened, and it's like, damn. Because like, for instance, it's the same storyline. It's just a lot of things that change. So, but anyways, Celie told Harpo to beat Sophia. And when Sophia found out, Sophia was like, I don't know. She said, beat who? Like she did one of those. But it's like, because the whole thing about I really like this, because you actually got an understanding on what Alice Walker was presenting in the book, what they was presenting in the first movie, and this movie in 2023, it really did that justice. Like I cannot express this enough. Like basically Mr. Alfonso and Sir Mr. and Mr. are family. Alfonso is Celie's dad. Sir Mr. is Mr.'s father. That Mr. is Celie's husband. Okay, so Sir Mr. He grew up on these principles. Mind you, this whole story happened in between 1909 and 1940. Like, I'm gonna say 1950. It's like it's in between that the first half of the 19th century, the 20th century. Anyway, it's the first half of the 20th century. So it's like the first 50 years. That's what we're gonna say the movie took place, because it's one of those. But he grew, like, mind you, Sir Mr. He was raised in slavery. So his life, he grew up as a free man. So it's like, I ain't gonna say he was raised in slavery. Maybe it was that he was the first generation born out of slavery. So when slavery ended in 1865, which is the 19th century. But when slavery ended in 1865, you had a generation that was born during that Reconstruction era. Because, like, this whole movie took place in the Reconstruction era. But you had this period between 1865 and, I'm going to say, 1920. Because the 1920s was the Harlem Renaissance. And that's when black people was doing their shits. Okay? That's when shits went down. But anyways, you have this man that birthed a son he had land as well. You have this man that birthed a son with these principles. And you could tell that Sir Mr. his wife passed away early, only because of how he viewed women. If his woman didn't pass away early, she left him. Whatever it was, they didn't go too deep into his story and why Mr. was the way he was. But you can see why a person is based on their father. So it's like his father was he didn't hold his tongue. He was the type of person who was like, you better put that in place. Smack her, beat her, do whatever you gotta do to her. But do not he the type of person that where he look at a woman and believe that a woman should be on the leash. He, as a man, that's his bitch. Like, that's what, like, the way that they were acting towards women, it showed me where that term bitch come from. Because when you think of the word bitch, because I cuss on this motherfucker, so who gives a damn? Anyway, I ain't getting monetized. I'm just posting a video. At least right now I'm not. But anyways, it had me questioning where the term bitch comes from. Mainly because bitch means female dog. And the thing about women, dogs, and dogs, period, they are loyal companions. Like, especially a woman dog. Women are naturally submissive to the right man. Hold on, dude. Anyways. Women are naturally submissive to the right man. But if it's not the right man, then she's going to be overly masculine because she has to be her protector. She has to protect her nurturing energy because she don't have that sense of security with her. As a woman, as a woman who has to live in her masculine energy, you have to learn to tame that as well. You have to learn the duality of life. That's the part of being a woman. But that's besides the point. We ain't going into that. The focus is the loyal female companion, the dog, the bitch. And it's like, this goes back to the principles of where a lot of men think that a woman is supposed to have babies, cook, clean, and do everything around the house while he go do whatever he got to do outside the house to keep the house going and stuff. But it's like the thing where it got where that gray line, that gray area, word to Cody, like where that gray area came in is when a man doesn't know his place in a woman's life. Like, because Mr. he felt as though she was a thing, a something of his possession. He didn't look at her as a woman. He didn't look at her as a person. Mind you, during this time, during this era, in the early 1900s, men were looked at as 3/5 of a man. No, 3/5 of a human. Women were looked at less than that. So we probably wasn't even looked at as 1/5 of a human. And then it's like, then you have the white man belittling women, and now you have a black man doing the same thing to his woman. So why Celie was the way she was, it shows. Because mind you, this wasn't in the first movie, so I can't even but look, hey, it's a spoiler. So mind you, in the beginning, Celie was getting raped by her father. That's who she had her 2 kids by. Like the 2 kids that came at the end of the movie, in the first one, that was her father. That was the kids that her father made with her. But he said that he was giving them to God. Oh, fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. For sure. So it's like, with her being this loyal companion, she was conditioned to be that way because her father conditioned her the same way white men conditioned women in slavery days. They didn't care who you were. They didn't care how old you were. They didn't care none of that. All they knew is their penis was hard and they had to get a nut off. If you had a kid after that, they're going to have to get rid of the kid. That's a responsibility that they didn't want. So it's like, that's why she was the way she was. Because she had to, like, they basically told her she was ugly. This all she was good for. This all she could ever do in life. They didn't, like, yeah, her mom passed away. Only to find out the man that was raping her was her stepfather. It wasn't even her real father. That's why he was treating her like that, because he was stuck with her assets, their assets. And he felt entitled because he had married. He had married into something that he didn't earn. So it's like, that's why he had that sense. I'm talking about Alfonso now. I ain't talking about Mr. I'm talking about Alfonso. That's why he felt it was okay to condition this girl, because that's who he got out of marriage. So when he lost his wife, he didn't have to go look for another piece of ass. He had it in the house. So he had to make do with what he did. And then, like, when given the opportunity, he tried to do that to the other girl. But she wasn't going. She left. Word to Sierra, and Haley. But man, bro, when I tell you that movie is so good, like, going back to the fact, like, it make you look at, like, if you really just look at the symbolism of everything and really look at the story for what it is. Like, if you watching this, I ain't here to spoil anything for you, but only thing I ask, because I did spoil some shit, wasn't really a spoiler. But anyways, because it hinted at anything I said, it was already in the first movie. They just didn't build out the story right. But only thing I can say is, when you watch that movie, if you are a young girl, if you are a woman, when you watch that movie, look at it for what it is. Not for what you think, not for what you want it to be, not what you think it should be, not what you think it could be. Don't even look at the fact that it's a musical. Take that out your head. Look at it for what it is. Watch it for what it is. And I guarantee you that movie will be so healing and prolific. Because, like, they did their thing on that movie. The actors, the directors. Like, me being a person that's getting into that media world, that's getting into that production world, they did my movie justice. I even got Whoopi looking at me. She like, See, damn, Whoopi was in the movie. I'm watching Whoopi right here. She on my vision, on my inspiration board. She looking at me like, cause she knew what was up. She knew how good and powerful that movie is, and it just did one of those to me, because it's like, women need their sisters. Sisterhood is inevitable. We need that sisterhood. We need that sense of unity in order to get to where we need to get in the world, in order to grow, in order to heal the fucking men. Yeah, men need brotherhood, but they need us sisters to get it together and get a sisterhood, because we need to start holding these men accountable. We need to start standing up for each other. We need to stop thinking that we know our place in these situations. Stop subjecting ourselves and look at the bigger objective. Like, we are queens. We made this world. Everything birthed in this world came from a woman. Everything. Weed comes from a female plant. The male plant do not grow buds. Trees. The male trees do not bear, I don't know if they bear fruit, but I know for a fact they don't bear new trees. The female trees do. They sprout flowers and stuff at the bottom. That's how you know it's a female tree. Male trees don't do that. Women birth children. Animals, mammals, they birth children. In the water, it may be different. I ain't talking about the water. I'm talking about us on Mother Earth. Mother Earth. Because this is the earth for mothers. The fact that we lost sight of that is why this movie was just so amazing to me. Because it showed me black women in a different light. Like, I love us so much. But what hurts my heart is the fact that we don't love each other as much as we should. Like, this was like a journey. Like, it was so self-healing. Who is Felicia Pearl? Mapsi. I don't know who that is, but shout out to her too, because I ain't shout her name out earlier because I didn't know how to pronounce it. But anyways, like, man, listen. If you ain't planning to go see that movie, go see that movie. And if you want to have a conversation on this movie, let's talk about it. My booking is on Instagram. We could talk all about it. Because I want to have a conversation with someone like me that's seen both movies and loved both movies. I also wanted to have a conversation with somebody that don't like the movie. I actually want to have a conversation with somebody that read the book too. Because after watching both movies, I actually want to read the book now. Because now I want to know what's in the book. Because, man. But I'm a leave this there. Because I'm already like 25 minutes in. And I'm still on the rant. So, Peace and love. Enjoy your day. And by the way, if you ain't going to see that movie, I suggest you go see that movie. I suggest you go get your tickets now. It come out Christmas Day. Okay? It's a gift from God. From the woman. Okay? Peace out.